Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Overland 870 podcast. Tonight, with me, as always, is Dan, and we've got Chris Rexwinkle on here with us talking about the Moore Expo. Hey, Chris, welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. Appreciate you having me.
All right, man. So, unfortunately, I did not get to attend the Moore Expo this year, but Dan, you got to be there, and Chris, you were there, and a bunch of other people. You guys got to tell me about all the fun excitement you guys got to have that I didn't get to see because I'm having the fear of being left out again. Once again,
man, you missed a good show. They knocked it out of the park this year. I mean, it wasn't no zipper lube kind of fun, but it was a good time. We had a really good time. They had it set up a little different. I think this year they had the creator or the storyteller row set up a lot better this year than last year.
Yeah, that looked cool. I saw that when Jesse posted her picture. It looked like they were out front where those main entrances were.
Yeah, right in front of the main entrance, just lined up there. So you had to, I mean, you couldn't miss them. You had to walk by them all and see them, all their rigs. Most of them were there the whole time. So you got to talk to them, interact with them, and all that stuff. So it was really, really neat how that was set up.
Yeah, obviously Jesse was the most important one there. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we all went by and showed some love. Made sure we got our photos with the 870 flag and with the sticker and everything. So we had a good time.
I appreciate that a lot. It looked like it was a blast. I know Jesse was a storyteller.
Yep.
Then I know that, of course, Matt McClellan and Kara were there. Excuse me, storyteller. But who else was there for storytellers? Do you guys remember who they were?
Angelitha and her husband Jared.
Oh, they were.
Yep. They were storytellers.
Crap, I did not know that. I wish I had known that. I'd have been plugging them too. I did not know that.
Our first year, 870 had 2 storytellers at Moore.
That's awesome, man. That was great.
So
that's awesome.
The fella, I can't think of his name, but he's got a Dodge like Don's. He was a storyteller. And so Don pretty much drove all the way up from Arkansas just to meet him and talk to him. And Don drove his GTO, and you couldn't see out of his back glass. He bought so much stuff.
What is the goat with the GoPro that Darren is talking about? What is this? He said you missed the goat with the GoPro.
Oh, there was a goat running around at the camp, like next door to the 870 guys.
Yeah.
It was at home then.
Yeah. So it was packed by the time we got there. So it was me. Let's see. It was me, Chris,
Kyle
and Jesse, his wife, were together, and then the rest of the guys were down the hill a little bit.
Yeah,
but we wasn't able to get everybody all together. But we had some shenanigans. I went and took Jordan's ladder.
And, Jordan literally thought I got stolen.
Yeah, because I forgot. I went and took it and set it on the back of my Gladiator, and then I got sidetracked for like hours and then completely forgot to give it back to him. So he was over there at OVS trying to buy a new ladder. And
oh, no, he thought somebody done stole it. He didn't tell me. I've talked to him today. He didn't tell me about any of this.
Yeah, it was a whole ordeal. I felt real bad about it. But
I'm glad you did that. That's awesome. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
We had fun. He laughed it off after he realized that it wasn't stolen. But man, I felt bad about it because I forgot all about it. I got sidetracked with the interviews and stuff and forgot all about it.
Well, hey, look here. It says so Stefan's talking. He said Dustin is also a member of Overland 870.
Okay, so we had 3. I didn't know Dustin was in here.
I didn't know Dustin was in Overland 870. Dustin, I apologize if you see this. I completely apologize. But congratulations on being there. Well, I mean, not being a member of 870 because we're just us. But
yeah, that's pretty big deal too.
But Rex, was this yours? Was this your first one?
Yeah, this is my first time to Moore. Yeah, it was really cool. It was neat to see a lot of the vendors. There was a lot. I literally had a list this long of things I was wanting to check out and look at, and was able to see most of it. And the nice thing was, even if they weren't represented by the actual vendor, you got to see it on so many of the builds, or honestly just walking through the campground and stuff too. And there had to be, what do you think, Dan? 500-600 people camping easy.
Oh, easy. Yeah.
Oh man,
that walking through there and just get to see. As somebody's just starting their new build, it was neat to see a lot of that stuff. Like I said, even if they weren't represented, just amongst all the other things, it was a great time. I had a really good time. I walked way too much, spent way too much. You know,
That's it.
Uh,
We spent our first year at Moore, which Gene and I go quite often, which is the first year I hadn't got to go. We spent a lot of money too, but it's like there's so much cool stuff. I always had a ton of fun talking to the vendors, and like they're all super sociable. And I think that Chris does an amazing job when he gets his vendors in there. They're all they're passionate about what they do, and they get out and they talk to everybody about all kinds of stuff. But did you guys see the Deuces Wild guy, the toilet guy?
Yeah, the wooden toilet seats. Yeah.
Las Vegas overlanding. Yeah. Dude.
I missed that one.
One of my favorite people to talk to when I'm there.
He's a super nice guy, and like my wife we were actually shopping a toilet, and my wife actually really liked that one a lot. I don't know that's the way we'll go, but it's super cool.
It's expensive toilet.
I was trying to be polite, but yeah, it's probably more than I want to spend on a toilet, but
yeah, it's super nice.
It was comfortable. It was nice. It was cool.
I spent probably an hour and 15 minutes talking to InstaPrivy guy.
Yeah.
The InstaPrivy day. The the Aeronaut guy, I don't know if he was there this year or not. It does the sleeping bags and stuff. The Aeronaut guy, he's pretty nice. He was there last year. And then the two girls who do the anti-itch first aid at poison ivy stuff, were they there this year?
I didn't see it. They could have. They
were inside last year. They were super nice. And of course, I love talking to Radio Chatter. The Radio Chatter people are cool, and the Midland people are always really cool.
Midland, every time I went by Midland, they were busy. Like busy.
Ricky.
There this year. They had a bunch of stuff.
Hashtag Dobby Sock.
Hashtag Dobby Sock.
Yeah, I mean, so was there a ton of camper people there this year too?
Not as many as last year. There was a lot, but last year was full of campers. This year,
really? Because we were looking at campers because we're talking about maybe doing a camper build, and geez, it seemed like half to 3/4 of the thing was just campers.
Yeah, last year was more than that.
Okay.
Man, there were so many campers last year.
I mean, if you want to spend $50,000 on a camper, it was the spot to be.
Yeah.
But okay. So let me ask you this question too, because I'm just trying to live vicariously through you guys. So last year they had the motorsports, the side by side stuff.
Right.
No,
they didn't do that.
They didn't do that this year. Okay.
No, which I thought, own event.
Yeah, which I thought, and I'm gonna be the bad guy here. Overlanding guys and side by side guys don't jihad. No. And I mean it was a good idea to have it there. I mean, I thought it was a good idea to bring more stuff to it. But in a hindsight 50-50, I think it was almost like a turf war last year. Yeah. And I would rather see that stuff not there, but at its own event, because there is a place for that,
Yes, there is. And that's what Chris said, that it's going to be its own event. They got it going at another time.
Yeah, but that's cool. I mean, he does a good job of promoting all this stuff. It looks like there was a bunch of tire companies there last year. There's a bunch of people. I mean, there's a lot of cool people that we have in our group that are vendors that are there too. I mean, because Pruitt Knives of Valor was there, right?
Yep.
Pruitt was there.
They were vending there. And who else was there? Oh, I remember who was there. These guys. You guys know who these people are, don't you? Hang on a second. They're here.
Oh, Pops Barbecue.
Pops Barbecue. Yeah, those guys were there. What'd you guys think about meeting those dudes? Because they got some good barbecue sauce.
I didn't get to meet them.
What?
Yeah.
I walked right by them twice, and I tried the barbecue sauce on the first day, and then I really didn't talk to them honestly. I was in overland mode, and
you're in overland mode. Hey, let me tell you what. Well, I'm gonna put you back in barbecue mode because they have graciously donated $150 value of barbecue stuff, seasonings and sauces, and we're gonna give it away tonight. Because they appreciated everybody from Overland 870 stopping by and hanging out and taking pictures with them and doing stuff. And then they're local to Jonesboro, guys. I mean, like NEA Overlanding, and Pop's Barbecue together. This is good. I'm going to open this up later on in the show, probably about halfway through, and then we're gonna give that away tonight. But I'm going to take some of it out of there because I really want to get some of it tonight.
Hey, Chris, I wonder if that's who gave me all that brisket, because one of the guys that was there barbecuing had a bunch of brisket and he was walking by, remember?
I think that was the actual barbecue place there, though. The vendor that was selling there. Bob's
Okay.
Barbecue was inside. They were back by
Okay,
that big
yeah.
GVX, monster and stuff. I think the guy that gave you the barbecue was the people there at the barbecue booth.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I got to spend some time with Benji too. Benji,
Yeah, because let's talking
Yeah.
about vendors from Overland 870. Of course, Benji sponsors Overland 870 podcast, and he's my dog, man. He's been a good
Yeah.
friend to me for a very
They
long
might have
time.
had a little a Q&A and a kind of a live podcast and maybe a little bourbon tasting and
That was really good. That their live podcast was freaking awesome, man. It was,
yeah.
They sat down and got to talk about some really good, informative stuff. I was expecting it to be, kind of playful like we do, and no, they were on topic and
They were professional.
they were professional.
That's
Yeah.
the word you're looking for because
That's
I tell everybody, look, so like I tell everybody when they get to come on the show and we go talk, and if it's somebody that's outside of our normal wheelhouse, I'll explain to them. I'm like, listen, this is a bag of cats.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't know. We're going to shake it up. We don't know what you're going to get. But, oh, wait a minute. Let's get to that. Look, Dennis, let's get to that barbecue. All right.
All right, let's get to that barbecue.
Yeah, but now Benji's show has always been very professional and very, very well done. He's good. He's kind of what got me started doing the podcast thing because he does a great job, man. He's stellar at everything he does.
Yeah, it was a good one. So they were asking everybody there. They were like kind of a live Q&A thing. They were asking a lot of questions, the people there, and letting other people ask questions. It was a really neat thing to hang out there and watch that. So I enjoyed that.
They got some stuff in the works, I believe, and I don't know if Benji will comment if I can talk about it or not. But it's really cool stuff that they're talking about doing, and so we'll see what Benji says. If he's cool, I'll bring it up. But let's get on that barbecue sauce.
Let's get back on that barbecue sauce stuff. So look, let me tell you what we're going to do here. We're going to jump on early since Dennis got on here. My good friend Dennis Goodnight said he was ready for some barbecue sauce. We were going to do the giveaway if you got your picture taken with Overland 870 flag, with Jesse, with Midwest Adventure Outfitters. It's going to throw you into a big, huge deal. And put you in a big, huge deal, and we're going to give away some stuff. But what I'm going to do tonight, we're going to go ahead and give this away. So I'm going to talk to Stefan while you're watching the show. I want you to go through the comments right now and do me one of those little generators real fast, and I'll send you a link here in a few minutes, and I'll have you jump on and we'll roll it, and we'll give this barbecue sauce away. But also, I'm going to tell you this. We're going to give this away at the end of the show. And you need to be in the comment section watching to get this. We have another giveaway from Three Rivers Fire Starters. They're giving away something tonight, too, for everybody that attended the expo. And I have 4 off-road passes. And here's the deal with the off-road passes that I'm going to give away tonight. I have 1 off-road pass to Kansas Rocks. I have 1 off-road pass to S'more. I have 1 off-road pass to Hot Springs Off-Road Park. And I have 1 pass to Maris Adventure. So if you are in here when we get ready to do those and you get drawn, you can pick whichever one of those off-road passes you want, and then the other ones will be given away at a later date to Overland 870 people. But it looks like Benji wants you to tell something. Dan, looks like he wants you to talk.
Man, Benji, I'm not very good at handing, but Benji brought up a really good idea, and there's a possibility that he and let's see how to hint about this. Calvary Overland, some of the stuff they do, they might be working together to do some stuff in the Ozarks similar to what Calvary does. So I hope that's good enough for hinting. I'm not very good at hinting. I don't really hint,
that was horrible.
Yeah,
that was horrible.
If you know who Calvary Overland is, you'll get kind of understand. But if you don't, well, go look up Calvary Overland and you might catch on. But yeah, it's. I think it's going to be awesome if they get to do what they're talking about doing.
Okay. Yeah, you guys just feel free to talk about the rest of the stuff. I got to send this stuff over to Stefan real fast so we can get this drawing going here in a few minutes. Mm-hmm. What else happened that was cool at
Well, I was see how overstimulated Chris was since it was your first event, man.
It was a lot to take in, honestly. So I got there first thing Friday morning, and I walked every single booth there Friday by myself. I think I eventually ran into you at some point and said hey a few times, but I was just focused on making the rounds, checking every single booth. It took 7 hours, man, like to look at everything. And that was just to narrow it down. So when I went back on Saturday, I could actually spend time and talk to the people I wanted to talk to. So it was definitely a lot to take in. I feel bad that I missed a lot of the storytellers and things like that, but
Look
it
who
was a lot.
jumped.
It
Look
was
who
a lot
jumped
of
in here.
stimulation. Fortunately, we had ways to deal with it in camp later on that evening. But it was a great time. But it was definitely a lot. You need to be there 2 days for sure.
Oh yeah, all day. It took me 2 days to film everything.
Yeah.
So it 2 full days.
Hey guys,
I just
Tim
got
from
home,
Geeking
so-
and Exploring has jumped on real fast. We were recapping a little bit of this More Expo stuff. Tell me what you thought about the More Expo. Well, how was your More Expo trip this time? And how's
It
your
was like
pizza?
a family reunion.
Family
That's a
reunion.
toast. It was like a family reunion. I mean, I
Yeah.
enjoy seeing all the stuff, but it's also good to see everybody that's there. But made some good contacts and got some giveaways and stuff for our charity ride in July, so that worked out great. So it was awesome. I had a great time.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna bring Tim on in a couple weeks, and we're gonna talk about he's got that big breast cancer ride that we're doing in July up around Eminence, Missouri, and need to get on there and talk about all that stuff. But what Tim, I don't know. Tim, this wasn't your first More Expo trip, was it, Tim?
No, it's probably like my fourth.
So okay, so we got Chris's look as being the first person coming in. I've been there since the start of More Expo. Dan, how long have you been going?
That's my second year.
Second year, so this is like your fourth one. So so here's the big question, because Chris is going to watch this, always going to watch it and take a run with it. What do you guys individually think was an improvement or something that needs to be worked on for that? So Dan, let's start with you first. What do you think?
You're Dan.
Dan,
Oh,
you're Danny.
I thought
You're
you
Dan.
asked Tim.
No, I
honestly
said
don't-
Dan.
You
Tim,
blinked
Dan,
out. You blinked out there for a second. So
right.
I was like, all right, Tim, waiting on you there, buddy.
Okay. So what do you think? What do you think was an improvement this year, and what do you think needs some improvement?
The big improvement, I think, was Storyteller Row being up there up front. Those guys
agree.
work hard to get there, and they bring people to the expo, and to have them off to the side like they did my first year, I thought was kind of an injustice. But having them right up front, man, that was perfect, because you couldn't, like Chris said earlier, you couldn't miss them. All of them are right up front. So to go from outside to inside the expo, you had to see them. So I thought that was really good for them.
What do you think is something that they could work on better for next year?
Oh man, I don't know. They're going to have to get more room for camping, for sure.
Yeah, I agree. That for sure is.
We make do, but man, if it's going to keep growing the way it's been growing, I think they're going to have more room.
Okay, Chris, what do you think as a first timer? What was the coolest thing you saw, and then what do you think they could change a little bit?
Man, all of it was really cool, just being new to it and being a first timer there. The coolest part was, like you said, just getting to talk to some of the vendors one-on-one. I'm starting to build out a battery system. So the dude at Red Arc spent 45 minutes talking to me, and he gave me his card and his cell phone, and just like, we'll build the system for you and talk. So just that interaction and stuff like that is super neat and was really interesting. And there was, not just them, but several different vendors that way. And so all that was great. I have nothing to compare it to, previously, but the only things they're lacking, kind of like Dan said, man, like I got there first thing Friday morning, camping was already packed, like packed. If they hadn't saved me a spot, I don't know that I would have got one. And then like I said, I was a little disappointed that it was, it didn't seem to be as many. There wasn't like a lot of tents or anything there. I was maybe looking at shopping and comparing some tents. There really wasn't a lot of companies represented in that vein or anything. So just, a little more diversity. But, a lot of these people are from opposite ends of the country. It's tough to get people to come to middle America to do this. I understand that. But that was the only thing that really disappointed me, was I thought maybe there'd be a little more product represented. But like I said, it was there. It was there on builds or in the campgrounds and stuff. So you still got to see it and check it out one way or the other.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Tim, your thoughts from a veteran for this for Moore Expo? What do you think?
Well, I mean, I agree with what you said earlier. I think it made a big difference with separating the side-by-side stuff out. I think it made it, I guess you could say, a little less cluttered per se. I know that's probably people have different mixed opinions on that, but I think it was pretty cool. Like Dan said, they had Storyteller Row up front. I think they could have probably made a little more room and probably had another, maybe another 5 or 10 storytellers there if they wanted to. They could have went on down a little farther because they had it blocked off, so they had room for that. I think one of the things I would have liked to seen more of that me and Jenna was talking about is there wasn't really, or unless I missed it, I didn't see a lot of vendors that had like aftermarket stuff like bumpers, steps, that kind of stuff for rigs.
There wasn't a lot of that for this year, huh?
It was just all like campers and stuff like that. I mean, which is great, but you can only look at so many campers, so there was, I think a lot more stuff like that field would have been pretty good. But all in all, it was great. Not like I was going to go there and spend a lot of money anyways, but that would have been cool to see more of that stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, I get that part. I mean, I do like going and seeing aftermarket parts like Jeep parts, stuff for Gladiators, Toyotas. I like seeing lift kits on display. I like seeing steering components on display. I like seeing all that stuff. But I also enjoy seeing all the little bitty things that we bolt on, all the stuff that we put on. Like, I've always been impressed with the Sea Sucker stuff, even though I've been scared to death to buy any of that.
They wasn't there.
Sea Sucker wasn't there. Wow, I've always been impressed with those guys. They got some.
Neither was Bullet Point. Bullet Point wasn't there.
Bullet Point wasn't there. They were there last year, man. That's
Deviate wasn't there either.
Oh.
No, I think Dow Dynamics was there. I'm just trying to think of people that actually were that do stuff, but like there wasn't a lot. It was a lot of campers.
Well, I mean, do you think that this might be an issue with what I guess Benji has brought it up before on podcasts. I know Caleb Baker's brought it up some on his stuff, and Joey and Tony brought it up on the Overland podcast. Do you think it's a saturation problem with events? You think that maybe all these events are going on that these vendors can't? They have to kind of pick.
Well, you got to pick and choose, right? You got to pick and choose, and you would think I'm an outsider, but I would think the Midwest would be a big market. It's a outside of maybe Colorado and Utah, it's probably one of the hottest overlanding areas you could be in. But like I said, when you're a California-based company or something like that, Oregon, et cetera, when you got to pick and choose coming to Missouri, I get it. But
I mean, Moore Expo to me is always it's the largest expo that I go to
right
through the year. It's arguably the largest expo I go to. I really want to do like Pacific Northwest. I want to do some of that stuff.
Good.
I want to go
watched
check
the
that.
videos on the PNW one, and so there was a lot of vendors that I saw at PNW that I was really expecting to be at this one that weren't, and that was kind of my disappointment.
Yeah, they should have the expo at some more. There, Craig. That's actually a pretty good idea right there, man. But it's just I don't know if logistically wise you could do it at S'more. I mean, I don't know because there's no indoor stuff for that, right?
Yeah.
But I will disagree. I will disagree with Tim on this situation, though. I have come to like the smaller group of storytellers. I've come to like the smaller group of storytellers. I think you need to have. I think if you have 15 storytellers, nobody gets the attention. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of all spread out a little bit. I mean, I like the 5 to 8 version of that. I mean, that's my choice for that. But I also really like the smaller storytellers. I know there's always fun to have some big guys there, like Semper Gumby was there with us, and all that stuff. And, Matt, they go out and do this a lot. They're a bigger storyteller and stuff. But I like seeing the smaller guys. I'm a small guy. I had a blast when I was a storyteller at Jasper Jeep Jam. I like seeing the smaller people that get to come up. I don't have a big following. Oh, look at this! They tried to put a rough country sticker on Matt's Jeep.
It'd be interesting to hear what the storytellers thought about it, because I kind of felt bad for them. They feel like I felt like they were working the whole show.
Yeah.
I gotta get a plug in. Hang on.
Uh oh, he's dying. He's going down. His CPAP's down. Small. Look, Darren's like giving me a hard time. It's like smaller. Yes, I like to see the smaller in stature storytellers. Yes, I understand that.
Yeah.
So the feral chicks were being feral. One of the nights at, I don't know where Jesse got the orange Jeep or who it belongs to, but she was driving around the campground, and Brandon was riding the spare tire.
I say, who was more feral, the chicks or Brandon?
Probably Brandon.
Oh yeah, y'all
Definitely
finally got to meet Battleheart, didn't you?
Yeah.
A bunch of people got to meet
Yeah.
Battleheart.
Yeah.
How was that? How did that go over? You got to tell me how that went.
It went good. He didn't come up to our camp area, but one time he stayed for like 3 seconds. It was like, it's too quiet over here for me, and then boom.
I was down there.
He met his match
a
with
little
my
while.
wife.
He's a lot of fun. We'll
Oh,
leave
hold
it
up.
that. He's a lot of fun.
What do you mean? I need this story. How do you meet his match with your wife, Tim?
Oh, she was giving him crap. She was talking about him, like deep throating his
Oh God.
Polish sausages and I mean all kinds of stuff. I mean, he was. She wasn't taking no crap
That's gonna
off
make
of
her.
him.
That's a
She
YouTube
was-
short right there. That's gonna be a YouTube short.
Oh, if I could recorded it, it would have. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It'd been a
Well,
hit.
it's like you missed the whole thing with him stopping the golf cart driving girl and trying
Oh,
to play
yeah.
wingman for Stefan, and like he might technically have a warrant out for him somewhere. I felt bad for that poor girl, but he wingman Stefan okay, so it was.
Hey,
it was
look, I'm
fun.
gonna tell you what. That is the whole point that we go out and do this. Everybody kind of get baptized by fire when they come out and they camp with us, because we're a bag of cats. You smell crazy on us a mile away. I mean, we get out and we start having a good time, and then everybody just does their thing, and it's a respectful good time, but we're gonna have a good time.
Well, and a welcoming one. I'm brand new to the group, and I've been to 2 events, and you guys have welcomed me into every one of them, made me feel like part of the crazy right from the get go. So
All right, I'm on to okay. So the screen's gonna get crowded real fast. I am fixing to bring Stefan on real quick, and we are going to do the giveaway for the barbecue. We're gonna get this on the road. And look, Tiffany just jumped in. I bet she's not even in the list yet. But we're gonna do this giveaway real fast as soon as if Stefan, there he is. He's jumping in. Let me get him on here.
I missed them trying to put a rough country sticker on Matt's Jeep.
You missed me trying to put a rough country sticker on it. I told they took the picture with the Overland 870 sticker, and I told Brandon, I said, you should have gave him a sticker to put on there. Matt's a good dude though, man. I don't have a problem with that. He's all right. Hey, Stefan, are you ready to do this giveaway, brother? Can you hear me, Stefan? Stefan. Okay.
he's deep.
Audio
Can't
is out.
you,
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. There you go.
Yeah.
Hey, are you ready? He left.
Oh, he's gone.
No.
So we're not going to give away the Bob's Barbecue. Strike one. Now he's coming back. I see his camera pick back up now. Let me get this opened up, and I want to kind of go through what's all in this case real fast while we're getting ready to do this. So
I like the case.
it comes in a case, bro. Look, like this comes in a case. Look at this. He just brought this over and dropped this off. Like this is like $150 worth of barbecue sauce, like and seasoning. This is ridiculous, man. They jumped
I'll
right
fire
out
up
of
the
the hoop.
smoker. We can make this happen.
Yeah, I'm telling you what. If you're on here and you're in the Overland 870 group, we got some big stuff that's coming down the road from this. But these guys graciously did this giveaway for us tonight because they were so happy with everybody jumping on and doing the stuff at the expo and everything. I'm going to kind of go through everything that's in this box while we're getting Stefan back up and running. But we got some Pops barbecue pit sauce, man. Look, we got some apple barbecue sauce. That's what's in this case. Check this out, dude. This is like there's all kind of stuff in here. There's some peach. That's fire. That peach is going to be fire. And then, there's Stefan. Let's get him back. He's back. All right.
Hey, fellas.
There we go.
There
Hey, we're
it
gonna
is.
run through this. We're gonna run through this barbecue sauce real fast. We got some sweet heat barbecue sauce going on here, and then
Who's
some
got
honey
the
mustard.
cat?
Yeah, that's gotta be Rick.
Yeah, me.
And then we got some pork
Cat.
blend in here,
You got a farting dog.
some steak seasoning. We got some Cajun seasoning. Like this whole thing is full of stuff, dude. And you get this awesome case with it too. It's some savory seasoning. It's like 100. I'm telling you one more time. It's $150 worth of barbecue sauce.
I hate that I missed them, man. I wish I'd have got to see them.
Look, I've got some. I got some, and we're gonna use it this weekend at J3. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this.
It was
real
good
fast.
stuff too, because I've got some of the apple and some of the savory. It's good.
Yeah, I don't need it. I want it, but I don't need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's give this away real quick. So Stefan, you got the whole thing queued up here.
Yep. I got
right,
it
so-
all ready. Let me see if I can get it pulled up here.
If you can, it's fine. Just run it, and then we'll give it away. If you win this one tonight, if you're local, I will get it to you. If not, then yeah, we'll figure
We'll
it out.
describe how it tastes.
All right, so here we go. So we're gonna spin this out. We'll get it to you though. We got a couple giveaways to give away tonight. So let's go ahead and send it, Stefan. Let's see what we
All
got.
right. Do a couple shuffles, 2, 3, and then we will spin
Correct.
this sucker.
If Craig wins this, it's set up. See what we got going on.
Here we go. Oh, I can't win it, so
Yeah, you can't
We're
win
gonna-
it. Get it out of there. Spin it again. Get rid of that.
all right. I can't win it, so let's spin it one more time. And
Oh my God, Tim won it.
it landed on Tim.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
we'll have an 870 event, and we'll just like barbecue it all and use it all and all that good
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay.
There you go.
All right, well, let's do this real fast since Tim's on the screen and he won it, which I was not expecting that to happen. But
I wasn't either.
let's do this real fast, real quick. So I have Three Rivers Fire Starter. I have 2 Three River Fire Starters. We're going to go ahead and give those away tonight, right now, too. So make sure Tim can't win. I can't win. Gina can't win. Guys,
All right.
we can't. We're not supposed
Yeah,
to do
make-
that.
I'm not.
Here, I'll
make
do
sure
that.
I'm not in there.
All right, I'll fix it. Let's
Yeah, get those out of there.
Yeah, because I'm winning everything anyway. I'll win it somehow.
But we got 2 Three River Fire Starters. They donated 2 for all the support that everybody gave them at the Moore Expo. All right. He's taking forever. You're good.
all
Send
right, there's 1, 2, 3 after I remove the names.
it. Yeah.
Here's the spin.
Who gets it? All right, Monica, congratulations. If you don't mind, go ahead and if you get a chance, send me your mailing address and a PM on the Facebook page, and we'll get that one sent out to you. And go ahead and spin another one.
One more.
Let's see. Oh, Rev, Wandering Blossom.
Nice.
Congratulations, Rev. Awesome. Awesome. I appreciate that very much. I'm going to put that off stage real fast. But
I can take it off.
I got it. But in case you guys weren't in here earlier, I have four passes for some off-road parks. We're going to give away this at the end. We're only going to give one away, but we got 4 passes because I'm going to keep the other 3 and we're going to give them away on the show, on other shows. I have 1 pass to Kansas Rocks. I have 1 pass to S'more, 1 pass to Hot Springs Off-Road Park, and 1 pass to Maris. So if you win, you get to pick whichever one you want to go to, depending on where you live at. So that'll get you a pass
Sweet.
in to go to the parks. Hashtag Dobby Sock. Stowe, we got Stephen on here real fast. We've been talking about the More Expo and everything. So you were a recipient to go. You were sponsored by the Battle Heart Foundation to go as a veteran, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how did all that work out for you? And what was your expo like this past weekend?
So I think it turned out really good. We had never camped there before, so this was a new opportunity for me because typically we just get a hotel room and go for the day. So we went that Thursday morning, got there around 11:30, and it was a lot more packed for Thursday 11 o'clock than I expected. So we found us a spot and got set up. And I tell you, as soon as I stuck those flags up on the truck, we had people coming, and they were awesome to meet all the new people, and got to meet veterans folks that were doing different veterans outreach stuff, people that were interested in the group, just people asking questions about events and this and that. And Thursday was mind-blowing a little bit because it was just people from all over that I'd never met, wandering around camp. And then, they seen the flags and I was asking questions about stuff. So it was awesome that we had the cards and the stickers there because we got a massive influx of members.
You guys are doing all that stuff, and I appreciate it immensely. I love Tim's. I love Tim's photo with Jesse. I was expecting you were going to do the bathing suit, but it didn't happen. And then
I wanted him to let me in the gate, so I thought I'd be somewhat modest.
Yeah, but
you guys did a great job. Great job supporting Overland.
Made it nice. I had my phone with me, so anytime anybody joined there on the spot, I approved them while they were standing there in front of me. And invited them to different things, and it was like that every day, like Friday and Saturday both. Even Sunday morning, I had some people that I met that I didn't see throughout the weekend, but it was a great event. We've seen a lot of good folks, met a lot of new people. We definitely made a big impact because there was a lot more people at the More Expo that knew about Overland 870 than I expected. And between folks asking about events, folks asking about merch, wanting to buy shirts, hats, you name it, patches, and then veterans outreach was great. So, not only that, we had everybody has their own individual channel, and it wasn't like it was just an Overland 870 thing. Everybody was still helping each other promote their own individual channels at the same time.
I will tell you what I did get asked about though, which I didn't get to go, and I'm still sick to myself, stomach, everything. I didn't get to go to the expo this year because it's like missing Christmas with your family. But since Chris is in the chat now, I did get asked by, I guess, about 12 or 13 people. I did get some personal messages. Everybody's wanting those missing exploited kid stickers. Like people were looking for them. I guess I don't know where they were at this year, what was going on, but they're still blowing me up about those stickers. So Chris, if you see it and you see me on there, if you got some more, mail me some more, because I've got people asking about them. If you have them, if you don't, then tell me how to get them made, and I'll get some made to give out. But it looked like it was so much fun. And now everybody's gone out and bought scooters. Did Jesse go bought a scooter? You guys, is there a bunch of people on scooters or something?
There was a few. About got ran over once or twice.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here playing with this dadgum box of barbecue sauce, dude. This thing is awesome. I'm not giving it to Tim. I'm keeping it to Tim.
Get your hands off my barbecue sauce.
I don't think you're getting that, Tim.
Oh, there it is, Don. Yeah, but no, it was like, you guys had a blast. It looked like it was just a crazy good time again, like it always.
Well, just like all of that. The event was great. The after, the evenings were even better, just like it typically is at these type of things. That's where all the fun and the stories and everything like that happen.
Yeah. Did our photo, Tim, get posted?
It did. It was like Jenna posted it on there all on the same deal.
Okay.
I'm still going through photos. I got people were messaging me photos directly and stuff. And I'm seeing your guys' photos on other people's pages. Like I'm
Yeah.
seeing, I've seen it over in Natural State. I've seen it over here, over here. I've seen it in Newbie. I've seen some more expo stuff in Newbie Overlanders, and I've seen it's like posted all over the place.
Well,
So,
me and Tim, we're going to team up and start an OnlyFans page, and that was going to be our cover photo that we did there.
That's right.
Hey, $20 is $20.
I have to apologize to Jared.
Only Overlanders.
Only Overlanders.
I have to apologize to Jared because Jared's in the chat. Jared, I did not know you were a storyteller. I did not know that. If I had known you were a storyteller, I would have been blasting your stuff like we were doing Jesse's, and I apologize directly. I did not know that. So, but I apologize. That's my fault.
That's BS. He knew. It's just because you're in a full-size Dodge. He can't get in.
No,
it.
dude, I love the Power Wagon. I don't have a problem with the Power Wagon at all. Dude, I have
Just
zero
needs a
problem.
16-foot ladder, and he can get in.
Yeah, I can't get in and out of any of that stuff. I just really hope, I hope that somebody got me some stickers and some patches. I hope one of you guys got me something, brought me something back.
I think I got about 60 extras sitting in there that have got to go in the fridge.
I got the best sticker out there. It's your replica on a pole.
It's my oh yeah. That is my absolute favorite thing to do. Gina will tell you when we go to the expo, I will wander around and I will sit and I will just banter and trade and barter and do whatever so I can get patches from people. They're not normally giving away or selling. I'll go buy it and I'll snatch something from somebody. I did accidentally last year 5-finger discount a patch from Big Iron because I thought it was the giveaway patch and it was not. And I picked it up and I had to go back and pay the guy $5 because she was like, you were supposed to take that patch. He said, get the other. And I'm like, oh crap. I stole this patch. I got to go back and pay it. So, but I missed it. I missed the whole trip, dude. I'm just still angry about it, but it's okay. Cause we're going to get to do something cool this weekend.
Yeah.
We're going to get to do something really cool this weekend.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
This has been kind of secret. This has been on the secret deal. And now it's now we're fixing to do it. There's like, what is there? 20 of us, 17 of us, 17 of us,
like that.
17 heading to J3 this weekend for a charity event. And we're going down there to hang out down there and check the place out and show up and show out.
Yeah, it's been G7 classified for about a month.
It has been G7 classified for the last little bit. It has been.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been classified. We haven't been talking about it a whole bunch. Let me kind of explain this to you guys so nobody gets angry or anything like this. So about 2 months ago, about 2 months ago, Dan, I guess.
Yeah, around Jasper Jeep Jam.
Yeah, right around Jasper Jeep Jam. Dan and I went out and met with Opie, the owner of J3. So we went out there and, you guys, I've been posting a lot of stuff about J3 on there because I really want you guys to kind of understand what J3 is and what it's about. So we are going out this coming weekend. We got invited to a charity event. So we got like 17 rigs that are going. And we're going and we're hanging out. We're meeting some guys, Jez from Chasing Waterfalls and Ozarks, Chasing the Ozarks. We're going to meet all those guys. And they're doing a charity event. And we're going to help with that. And this is all for us to look at and see what's going on when we do Whiskey and Waypoints. So we've kind of been leading up. Dan and I have been working really hard with this Whiskey and Waypoints deal. We've been trying to get it done. And we're going to drop all the information right after the girls get back from Maris, because we don't want to take any of that story away from them. They're going to come on. They're going to do a Maris recap. They're going to have everybody on. They're going to talk about that. I don't want to take any thunder away from Jesse and Gina going and doing that because that's going to be an amazing event for them. And then we're going to start working our way into Whiskey and Waypoints, which is going to be a giant charity event for Brandon Battlehart, for the Battlehart Foundation. You guys met Brandon at Moore. We're going to do that. Midwest Adventure Outfitters is helping us do that. Rough Country's jumping on to doing that. Ozark 4x4 is helping us jump on to do that. There's a lot of people jumping on to make this event that we're going to do in November really, really, really big and really spectacular. And Opie has been kind enough to get us a spot to have an event that can host as many people as we hope to have. So we're looking at 150 rigs, guys. We got 150. We have 150 spots for Whiskey and Waypoints. Plus, we have cabin rental that's going to go on. All this stuff will drop after Maris. I want you guys to get on. There's a bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah, that's gonna be huge.
This is massive. Stefan's working on this with us. There's a lot of us doing this. We have some giveaways for this. We like to do giveaways with Overland 870, but we have some giveaways. And I will tell you one thing that we are giving away. We have a $9,000 duck hunt, guided duck hunt that is given away. That it covers lodging and everything is completely done. It's guided. It's amazing. These guys donated this hunt because this is a veterans deal that we're doing. We're going to get more into that later, but I just want you guys to know when Whiskey and Waypoints drops, we're almost 1,000 members now in Overland 870. There's only going to be 150 spots. So you get a spot early. There's music, catering, food, giveaways, side by sides, horseback riding. This is not just going and parking in a parking lot. We got tons of stuff to do here. Saunas, hot spring. It's crazy. Yoga. If you want to do some yoga, you can do some yoga. It's going to be awesome. Anyway,
It's gonna be your favorite, ain't it?
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But it's it's going to be big, and you guys want to be part of this. This is not even a yoga pose, but I'm trying it out. But
Your yoga pants have to be as long as $1 bill.
Your yoga pants have to be as long as $1 bill. But anyway, back to the expo. I dropped the Patreon stuff. Back to the expo stuff. I'm glad everybody had a wonderful time. So everybody bought something, right? I know you guys all bought something.
I did.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Dan, what did you buy?
Honestly, I didn't buy anything.
What? Nothing? Did
He's
you
trying
even
to
get a
buy a
hat?
Jeep.
I
That's
didn't
his
get a
problem.
hat.
He's
Did
trying to buy a
anybody buy me
Jeep.
a hat? Did anybody buy one of them fly hats that Chris had posted? Those More Expo hats? Did anybody buy one of those?
I got you a Japanese hat.
I looked at them, but
Oh
for
my
$50,
gosh.
I moved it somewhere else.
Oh my
Hey,
gosh, dude! All I wanted was a hat. That's all I wanted was one of those tan More Expo hats, and nobody got me one. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I donated to one of the veteran things, the Jeeping for Heroes, and I didn't really buy anything. I got a bunch of stickers, but
You got
Hey,
to
look.
Jeep, man.
Don wants us to have axe towing at Whiskey and Waypoints. You guys want to have axe towing at Whiskey and Waypoints?
as long as Chris isn't playing,
Never thrown one in my life.
junior
He hits the
varsity
dead
axe
bullseye.
thrower.
Junior varsity axe thrower. Oh, we'll do some axe throwing. We'll do some axe throwing. We want to do that. I'm sure Opie's all about throwing some axes out there. So,
Yeah.
but okay, Chris, what did you buy? What did you buy?
Man, what didn't I buy? My wife bought shirts, hats, I bought a 270 awning, bought chairs, I bought shit. I don't know. I bought. But I went to buy a 270 awning and I found the one I was after, so that was what I was there for sure. But I bought a lot of just little stuff for sure.
I spent. I'm gonna tell
spent.
myself. I'm gonna tell myself. Okay, so like the first expo, I didn't spend a whole lot of money at. Second expo, I spent more money. Last year, we spent. I can't even tell. We spent almost $1,000 last year. Easy.
Oh, I got you covered on that easy.
Yeah. Well, you know how much money we spent at Rendezvous in the Ozarks and Randy and them. We did that one. Yeah, I messed up right there. My wife blew a metric ton of money there. But no, I always spend money at the expo because it's always stuff I can get my hands on that I can't see and I can touch it. You know,
that was it. I'd been looking at awnings for months, but once you can get there and in person and see the little differences between maybe 2 or 3 ones you've been looking at and comparing everything, and they're always doing specials there at the expo, and so that was just the thing that sealed the deal.
Fridges are always good to buy at the expo. Fridges are always good to buy.
They sold out. Ice Cove sold
Ice
out.
Cove was gone. Yeah, sold out like early Saturday.
Really?
Yeah.
Man, that's normally what I do is like I'll wait till like Saturday afternoon when they get ready to start packing stuff up. And you usually catch a deal at the end of it, but
I
they
went
must
there
have
and
been
talked
a good
to
deal.
Awning I bought a Taruka, and like they were completely out of passenger sides, and he was down to like 2 driver sides. Not just there, I'm talking in stock in the warehouse. Period.
Wow. Wow. That's awesome. Okay. So we're down to the 10-minute mark. So how do we want to do this giveaway? What do you guys want to do? Do you want to give 2 away? Or you just want to give 1 away? Tell me what you think. What do you guys think?
Do them both.
You want to give 2 away?
Sure.
We
What
can
is
do
the
two.
chat? What is the chat thinking about that? We give 1 away. Or we're going to give 2 away.
Well, the chat's going to go for 2.
Yeah,
Well, let's see. They got to type it first, bro. They got to type it. Let's see. See if anybody types anything. Oh, everybody's done silenced their phone.
Yeah,
Nobody's
they're
paying
paying attention. We annoyed them too much.
We've annoyed them too much.
While we got a minute left and they're everybody's in there typing.
Darren
So,
says 1. No, we're not giving them all away, Jared.
what is it? May 13th. As of right now, Rusty's Off-Road will be on here. So y'all
Yes.
definitely come check that out.
Hey, guess what? Also, I'm going to go ahead and drop this on here too.
You getting
So-
somebody good from Rusty's or?
Rusty
Yeah,
himself.
Rusty
Okay,
from
I'll
Rusty.
make sure it wasn't
Yeah,
Kyle.
next-
or anything.
Yeah. Now
No,
next
no.
week, we have Arkansas Off-Road Recovery is going to be on.
Yep.
They're going to come on and talk about off-road recovery and saving, because they actually saved one of my friends' ass when he hydro locked his Gladiator us on day 3. So like they came out and said it was crazy. It's a wonderful story. Bobby was with me when we did that. But then we have coming up, we got Greg Henderson from the Quadratech builder, the SEMA builder. He's going to come on here and talk. He's going to come on here and do some stuff, talk about some everything he's doing. So,
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be
all
sweet.
right. Yeah, that's going to be a good show. That's right up the alley of my builder guys like Ricky and Jared and all them. That's somebody that's got some skills, Don and all them. Okay, so looks like they want to give away 2. All right, so definitely let's give away 2. Let's give away 2 passes to the off-road parks. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. The first one we roll, that person, when you win, you need to tell me what park you want the ticket for. Okay, that ticket will cover 1 admission. Doesn't cover any camping. It just covers admission into the park to go ride. You can pick it wherever you want to. Then that one's off the board. Then we'll do the second one, and then that one's whoever that one is. So let me get this up on stage. And if you don't scream and yell and type a whole bunch of letters in the chat, I'm not going to send it to you. And you must like and subscribe to the YouTube page. I was told to say that. All right. So let's see. Spin it. Let's see what we get.
All right, 1, 2, 3 shuffles. 'Cause I had to add a couple names in. All right, here we go.
All right. Midlife Outdoor. Congratulations. Okay. So
Yeah.
you have your
Alright.
choice. You can have a pass to Hot Springs Off-Road Park. You can have a pass to Kansas Rocks. You can have a pass to S'more, or you can have a pass to Maris Adventure. Which one do you want? Let's
Come on,
see.
Big Rock Jr.
Big Rock. Where is Big Rock? They're normally in the
Springs, all right.
Hot
All right,
Springs.
all right, Hot Springs. Write that down for me, Stephen. Will you keep up with that, and I'll get that over to him?
Yep, I got it.
All right, let's give away the second one for tonight.
All right, here we go.
Cassandra, that's feral chick right there. There's one of them feral chicks winning stuff all the time. All right, which one do you want? You got Kansas, S'more, or Maris left?
Oh, that was the orange Jeep.
Yeah, let's see. Come on. Oh, okay. 5, 4, 3. Nobody's typed burn it yet. I was expecting somebody to type burn it.
Yeah.
Tiffany, message her, tell her she won.
I was going to screenshot it, but
Go ahead and screenshot it. She'll let me know which one she wants.
well, I took a picture of her name, so we know she's a winner. But
Yeah, so
I was going to screenshot her comment, but
yeah, didn't make it on there. So listen, so I will get that in, and I will get those sent to you. The fire starters will have to be mailed out because I don't have them here. But then Tim won barbecue sauce, champion barbecue sauce kit here. So I'll get that to you, I guess, in a couple days. I'll see you before long.
Yeah.
Chris.
I don't
Alright.
know that it'll let you say burn it. I typed it in chat and it's not showing up.
It won't say it. Let's see.
We blocked you,
My
Dan.
chat's
Oh,
like
you
We're
crazy.
tired of
rejected
hearing
your
from you.
comment. My Facebook sent it through though.
Huh.
It just says she posted. Where did she
So-
post it?
She said some more.
She
S'more.
wants
All
s'more.
right, got you. All right, so she's getting a s'more one. Sweet.
Must be a lag
Them
or something.
chicks, dude. I mean, you can't take them anywhere. They win everything. They win everything.
That's
No matter
because
what.
they-
they're broad. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah, they're feral.
They're feral. There's like
Yeah.
400 of them. They're going look. They're going.
They're
Like,
everywhere.
I can't wait to hear these stories. Tiffany, I got you, Tiff. I got you, bro. I can't wait till they get back from Adventure Hire because they have. There's 22 of them going,
Oh, geez.
and they sold 60 tickets. They're a third of the group that's going to be there as a group. So that's insane. They've done really cool. So, and I got somebody FaceTiming me right now. We're not gonna answer the FaceTime. Oh yeah, actually we are. We're gonna
live
see
on the podcast.
Let's see live on the
Special guest.
podcast. Let's see what happens. If we're gonna get a special guest on the podcast, who is this?
Shut it down.
He's like, Caleb, are you there? He must be either being arrested or something. Oh, well, that's my friend. That's my friend Caleb Miller. He's trying to get a hold of me, but apparently we don't know what's on. Either he must have wanted to win something, or the cops have him. One or the other. So we'll call him back and see what happens in just a second. But yeah. So takeaway. Last couple minutes. Takeaway from the More Expo. 100% success. What do you think?
I agree.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
100%.
Always,
I think it was
it's always 100% success.
Not just for the expo,
Yeah.
but for all of us individually and as a group for
Yeah.
sure.
yeah for
So
sure.
I
I
had
know,
people-
I know a lot of you guys met a lot of new connections, a lot of new, sponsors, followers, etc. That was great. Getting to hang out with everybody was an awesome time. Get to see all the gear was great. It was a wonderful weekend, man. I couldn't ask for much more. I had a great time.
Yeah. I could not ask for a better group of guys representing Overland 870, the everybody we had down there. I appreciate all the stuff that the Feral Chicks do for us too. They're a part of this, and we're a part of them. It's supporting each other, and everybody supporting each other's YouTube channels and Instagrams and Facebooks. Man, it's just super, super cool. But I'm glad we're growing, and I'm glad we're staying connected at the same time. So that's the most important part of this, is that everybody stays together. As big as we get, we still need to be friends. And we got Benji's swap meet coming up next week. So for Midwest Adventure Outfitters, I don't know if you guys are going or not. I have been supposed to be there for several times, but something always comes up. But I'm actually going to take some stuff for Jordan West for Jonesboro Mo Performance. I'm going to take that to Benji for a swap meet and stuff. And if you have time, I suggest you guys run up there and check it out. Benji's a great dude, man. He's always been super community orientated and super big sponsor. And then, we got Tim. Tim's got that breast cancer run coming up. When is it, Tim?
July 19th and 20th.
You got any spots left for that?
Yeah, I believe there's like 8 or 9 still. And I mean, there's probably room. I could add tickets if we had to, but as right now, yeah, I think there's like 8 or 9 spots left. They can go on the Jeep and Exploring Facebook, and the link is on there for the Eventbrite
I just
tickets.
ate a bug. Yeah, I'm going to be there. It's going to be super fun.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a
Ricky's-
blast.
Ricky's just posting crazy stuff now. He's gone crazy now.
Hashtag Dobby Sock.
Hashtag Dobby Sock. All right, guys. Well, everybody, I appreciate everybody coming on the show tonight. Chris, thanks for jumping on here
I
with us, man.
appreciate you
It's your first time on the podcast.
Okay.
Tim, got you on here, but we're going to get you back on later, and we're going to talk about Jeeping and exploring
That
and all the
works.
cool stuff you do. Stefan, as
Yep.
always, thanks for coming in clutch as the tech guy that comes in and does our giveaways and stuff.
Absolutely. Anytime.
Guys, one more time. Pops barbecue, Pops barbecue sauce. I'm gonna show us one more time, guys. Look, Pops barbecue sauce.
And I hate I missed it.
Look,
Gonna be good.
Pops sauce. Get on
When
there.
Tim gets them, they're gonna be half gone.
You can order. Yeah, I'm gonna start eating that with a spoon. You can order that stuff online. You go to this website, check it out. Get on there. It's great stuff, man. That was super cool of them to donate this to us. Congratulations, Tim, on winning that. Congratulations on everybody winning some stuff. If you are going to Maris, you girls, Gina's got some giveaways she's going to take care of at Maris. She's going to give y'all some stuff. As always, too, thanks to Rough Country, one of our sponsors, Midwest Adventure Outfitters. Of course, Dan, the Crayon Brotherhood. He's a good sponsor for that. You know, Stick It Badges, Moreflate, Onyx Off-Road, all those guys jump in and give us a hand. And very much one more time, thank you, Opie at J3. Be ready for the Whiskey and Waypoints stuff. It's coming out fast right after Maris. And if you guys got anything you want to plug, now's the time to do it.
Hashtag
Sounds
where
like
smart starts.
Hashtag-
Where starts.
Hashtag where smart starts. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody. Thank you all for coming on. Next week, we got Arkansas Off-Road going to be on here. And then after that, we got Rusty's, right? And Rusty's, or is that Maris recap?
Whatever the 13th.
Okay.
13th is Rusty's.
Tune in for the Rusty show, guys, because that's going to be a very interesting show.
Yeah.
I'm going to shut up the entire time because I'm not a lift guy. So, Dan, you know.
Prove it.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm short.
Lowering kit.
Lowering kids, yeah, airbags. All right, guys, I appreciate all y'all. Thanks, guys. And as always, tune in and appreciate all the support.
Yep.
Night, folks.
Bye.
Have a
Later.
good night.